Hey there, I'm Patrick and I'd like to welcome you on behalf of my partner Sandor to this brand new training. Welcome to Facebook Targeting Mastery. So what is this training all about? This training is all about advanced Facebook targeting. This training is not about basic Facebook targeting, the basic stuff that you can read everywhere on the internet. What we will cover in this training are some truly advanced Facebook targeting strategies that will allow you to grow your business quickly and effectively. So we'll talk about lots of great stuff I'm really excited about because I really love Facebook targeting and Facebook marketing. We'll talk about how to reach out to your customers, how to reach out to your website visitors, how to reach out to something called Lookalike Audiences, how to reach out to your email list, how to reach out to your mobile app users. So there's lots of great stuff that's waiting for you in this training, and also we designed the course in a way that you can take action right away. So we will not just lecture on Facebook targeting, no. We'll tell you exactly what you have to do, what you can do, and what you should do. So let's get started. I'll see you in the next video where we will talk about custom audiences, what they are and how you can use them. Everybody's talking about Facebook custom audiences. However, what are custom audiences actually? Custom audiences are a great way to reach people you already know with Facebook ads. I know this doesn't sound so exciting, however, Facebook custom audiences are probably the most powerful advertising tool you have access to at this very moment. With Facebook custom audiences, you can re-engage with the people you already know or the people you already know you and your brand, because that group of people is the one who will most likely buy from you, most likely read your content or just become your email subscriber, right? So you can basically stop reaching out to strangers and make your entire marketing more efficient. And what you can do with custom audiences is just grab your internal data, upload it to Facebook, and then just re-engage with that people, target these people that you already know. And this is absolutely fantastic. It's just really a big game changer for many, many businesses. So the data that you can use is the email addresses of your customers. If you've got an email list, well, just upload these emails to Facebook and start reaching out to these folks. Do you have the phone numbers of your customers? Well, you can upload them as well, same as Facebook user IDs. Then there's website visitors. This form or subsection of custom audiences is also referred as retargeting. So if a certain visitor hit your website or just a very specific web page on your website, you can re-engage with him. You can reach out to him the next time he logs into Facebook. And if you're just running an app and there are some people who register to your app, you can just also re-engage with your existing app users. So there's lots of different data we can use. Custom audiences is really great, and in the next video we will figure out why you should definitely make use of custom audiences, what custom audiences will change, and why they're really so incredibly valuable for you and your business. Why should you actually use custom audiences? Well, if we take a look at the targeting methods that are available within Facebook, you can see that there are 4 different ones. Let's get started with the interest targeting. The interest targeting is pretty broad, but it's really great if you're just starting out. You can basically target people who are interested in things that are related to you or your niche market or the products and services you're trying to sell. Then there are fans. It's still pretty broad targeting your fans, but it's a little bit more narrow and focused than targeting interests. So fans have already expressed some interest in your brand. They hit the like button. And these are already the folks who will probably buy your products, your services, read your content, and just engage with you. So if you're starting out, make sure to use the interest targeting to build up a fan base on Facebook, okay? Always focus on growing your fan base. It's not the ultimate goal to have a big fan base because, as we will see in a moment, there's more valuable data that you can use on Facebook. but it's still a great starting point to get some great social proof and to get the ball rolling. Then there is something called lookalike audiences. But what are lookalike audiences? Lookalike audiences are basically people who are similar to your existing customers. So if you have a certain customer segment on Facebook, you can basically duplicate that customer segment and you will just be able to reach out more people. We will cover lookalike audiences later down the road. But bottom line, these are not your customers or your website visitors or your fans or the people who converted on a product on an email list, but they are similar. And then there's custom audiences. So a custom audience is really super laser targeted. That's the most valuable data that you have available. As we've seen in the previous video, these can be email addresses, phone numbers, app user IDs, or just website visitors. So these are really people who engage with your brand in a very specific way. And that's why you should always start focusing on custom audiences. If you're starting out on Facebook, if you already have any of that data, start out with custom audiences. If that custom audience is a little bit too narrow, then we will see later down the road, we will just leverage that and duplicate it and create a lookalike audience. However, if you're just brand new on Facebook, start out with the interest targeting until you acquire a custom audience. Okay, so again, this is something most people do not get. It's really important. That's why I just want to repeat that. Get started with the interest targeting on Facebook, build up a fan base. But at the same time, start acquiring a custom audience. Start getting email addresses. Make sure to have a retargeting pixel installed on your website. So as soon as you're getting website traffic, you can re-engage with these people on Facebook. And just upload the phone numbers of your users. If you have an app, make sure to connect with your app users on Facebook. There are lots of stats that you can take a look at, and as a matter of fact, custom audiences are the most valuable data you have available. So you should definitely focus on getting a big custom audience first, on generating a big custom audience, and if you have one already, make sure to use it. I'll show you how to do it, and also make sure to constantly expand it, because that data will be truly a big game changer for your business. Okay, let's get started. In the next videos, I will show you how you can reach your customers on Facebook. I'll show you how you can upload customer lists to Facebook, how you will create ads, create different campaigns, and also how you can re-engage with your existing customers. So there are a lot of cool techniques and strategies that we'll cover. I hope that you are excited, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so in this video, I'll show you how you can upload your data of your customers to Facebook. The first step in the process is to log into your Facebook ads account. It should look exactly like this. And the first step is to click on Tools and on Audiences. Can you see that? Just click here. Then click on Create Audience and on Custom Audience. Perfect. As you can see, there are three different options to choose from. There's the customer list option, meaning we can upload emails, phone numbers, Facebook user IDs, or mobile advertiser IDs to Facebook. Then there's the option website traffic, meaning we can create a list of people who visit your website or view specific web pages. This is something we'll focus on later down the road. This option or this feature is also referred as retargeting or remarketing. And then you can even create a list of people who have taken a specific action in your app or game. In this video, we will focus on the customer list option. So just go ahead and click on this tab. And again, three options that we can choose from. We can either upload a file, so upload a data file that contains emails, phone numbers, Facebook user IDs, or mobile advertiser IDs. Then there's the option to copy and paste your custom list, and you can import even your customer data from MailChimp. So if your service provider, your autoresponder provider is MailChimp, just go ahead and use this option. But in 99% of the cases, you will just have to upload your customer list manually. Okay, so just go ahead and click on upload a file. So the next step is to basically select the data type, as you can see here. So what do you want to upload? What do you have from your customers? Do you have emails? Do you have data about your users if you're just basically running an app, so you can upload your app users? Do you have the phone numbers of your customers or just mobile advertiser IDs? So in 90% of the cases, you'll most likely upload the emails. That's what you probably have from your customers. But hey, if you've got their phone numbers or if you're running an app, then just use this option. But again, in 90% of the cases, you will probably have the emails of your customers. So what you have to do is to upload a text or CSV file. Now, how to get that file? When you use emails, then most likely you will have an account registered with a autoresponder provider. That's a provider where you can basically send emails to your customers, okay? And you have that emails on file. So just go to your autoresponder and just download a file with the emails from your customers. Download it in a CSV file. That is something you can select. And then just go ahead, click on upload the file, select the file, and click on create audience. And great. Thanks for creating a custom audience. And now it says it will take up to 30 minutes for your audience to be ready for use. We'll notify you when your audience is ready. You can also check status in Audience Manager. So it's pretty easy to do. If you're done with that, if your file got uploaded, just click on next. And then Facebook is asking you to either create an ad using the audience or just expand your audience. It's completely up to you what you want to do next, but how to create an ad using an audience is something we'll focus on in the next video. The purpose of this video is just to show you how you can actually create a custom audience. So just follow these steps and take action now. Once you uploaded your customer list to Facebook, you can go ahead and create an ad using that custom audience. So you can create an ad and reach out to your customers. And the way to do it is to use this field here, the custom audience field, okay? And then you can just basically choose your custom audience. So in this case, one of my customer lists is called Ad Baker Email. So that's a customer list of approximately 300 people who bought a high ticket product from me. And we are done. So you just select your custom audience and then you can just go ahead and create your ad. No matter whether you select to build up a fan base, drive people to a website, whether you set up an ad that's optimized for conversions, no matter what you do, no matter which ad you basically want to create. Every ad creation process always starts with the targeting, okay? And every campaign objective has the option to select a custom audience. So that's like in 100% of the cases always the same. Just create a custom audience in the first step, and then when you go ahead and create your first ad, just select your custom audience here, and that's how you can reach out to your customers. So as you can see, there are a few more targeting options available. There's the locations targeting option, age, gender, languages, more demographics, interests, behaviors, connections. The big question is, should you use them when you work with custom audiences? Well, if you decide to use custom audiences and if you say, hey, I will just target my customers, your targeting has already reached a high level. In fact, you can't even get more laser targeted on Facebook than reaching your customers or people who have opted into your email list, right? So in 90% of the cases, you definitely should only work with this field here, custom audiences, and basically leave the others blank. However, you can even get more specific. And the only 3 targeting options I would use to get more specific is the locations, age, and gender. So with locations, you can say, hey, I just want to reach a very specific segment of my customers or of my email subscribers who live in the United States, right? So if you have a mixed customer list with people from the United States, UK, Australia, you can say, okay, I just want to reach ones in the United States or the ones living in the United States and UK, but not the ones living in Australia. You can get even more laser targeted and say, hey, I just want to reach people in New York because, I don't know, you're running a live event in New York and you want to say, hey, are you my customer? Do you live in New York? Then there's a convention taking place in 2 months. Buy your tickets now. Here's the 82% discount. So this is something you could definitely do. Then the age group, you could say, hey, I just want to reach out to the ones who are between 30 and 50 years old, right? Or customers who are at least 30 years old. You should use this section only if you're selling higher ticket, some higher priced items, okay, some coachings or something that's pretty expensive. The reason is that someone who's like 18 or 20, maybe he bought the product from you that's just like $7 or $15. That's something most 18-year-olds can afford. But if you're asking for more money, something that's a couple of $100s or even more than $1,000, well, someone who's 20, 21 years old, 22, he doesn't earn that much money to be able to afford that kind of product, okay? So you should make sure to target people who are at least 30 years old. These guys are settled, they have a job, they have a decent amount of money that they earn every month. So these are the ones who can probably afford your higher ticket coaching. But if you sell something more expensive or you're promoting something that's a little bit more expensive on Facebook, just make sure to not target customers who are like between 18 to 25 or ideally 30 years old. Go for the ones who are a little bit older than 30 years. And then there's the gender targeting option. This is really niche specific. If you have a product that's only relevant to men or women, then go ahead and use that targeting option over here. So let's do a short recap. If you're working with custom audiences and you're targeting customers or email subscribers, your ads are already super laser targeted. But only if necessary, use the locations, age, or gender targeting option to get even more specific if that's really, really necessary. So in 90% of the cases, you shouldn't do that. But as we figured out now, there are some cases where you might have to use the locations, age, and gender targeting function to just reach a very specific set of your customers. There's a number of great things you can do with Facebook custom audiences, so let's take a look at some core strategies. The first thing you can do is reaching out to your customers or your email subscribers and tell them, hey, I've got a fan page, become my fan. Create a really simple like campaign and tell your customers to follow you on Facebook. This is really, really effective because if you sold your customers something really valuable, a great product, a great service, guess what? These people are the first who will become your fans. Pretty effective and pretty simple to do. The next thing you can do is just promote your content. I'm sure you heard about organic reach and paid reach on Facebook. So if you make a post on your fan page, only about 16% of your fans will actually get exposed to that piece of content. So what you can do in order to reach more people is just promote that post. Give Facebook money to get more exposure, more visibility on Facebook. And this is exactly what you can do. You can just make a post on Facebook saying like, hey, we just wrote this amazing article on how to get 1,000 Facebook fans within 24 hours. And then you just promote that post. But again, instead of promoting that post to strangers, why not promoting it to your customers, right? So you just select a custom audience and you just promote that post to your customers, to your email subscribers. Really, really effective, so just make sure to do it. Forget about strangers. Targeting strangers is still important, but make sure to follow up with the people who already bought one of your products or who became your email subscriber. So using custom audiences to promote content is really great. Last but not least, use custom audiences to promote your products. If you already managed to turn a subscriber into a customer, meaning a person who already gave you money, guess what? That person will most likely buy from you again. So if there's a new product that you just released or maybe an upgrade to a product that they bought already, then for God's sake, use custom audiences to reach out to these people. Tell them, hey, you already bought something from me, but here's something cool that you might really, really like. Again, instead of approaching strangers, reach out to the people who already became your customers. These people already trust you. These people already gave you money. These people are pretty confident that you're the one who will solve their problems, or that you're the one who manufactures quality products or who just delivers a really great service. So make sure to ask them for money again. Stop targeting strangers. Acquiring new customers is still important, okay? However, make sure to reach out to the people who already bought from you. So if there is something new that you have, something valuable that you have to offer, just tell them, hey, here's a new product, or just upgrade your previous purchase. If there's any higher ticket item that you want to sell, any done for you service, I don't know what your business is all about. Probably you're just selling anything, right? A product or a service. But if you have people who bought from you, this is really the simplest way to generate more revenue. There are so many companies who miss out on that amazing opportunity. They just target strangers. They drive cold traffic to product offers, and that traffic isn't converting in 90% of the time, right? But if you reach out to your existing customers, then you will see a much higher conversion rate. So bottom line is, use custom audiences to generate fans, use it to promote your content, and also use it to promote your products and services. This is really powerful stuff, so make sure to apply it and take action now. Let's do a short recap. We figured out that custom audiences are a great way to build up a huge fan base on Facebook, to give your content more exposure, and to just sell more of your products or services. And the way to do any of that is to create an ad and drive some paid traffic to your content, to your products, or just, pay Facebook to give your fan page more exposure. Now, what I want you to do is to log in into your Facebook ads account, just like I did, and then click on Create Ad to get started with the ad creation process. What we will focus on in this video when it comes to custom audiences is selecting a proper campaign objective. This is the first and also the most important step in the ad creation process. Now, if you want to build up your fan base, it's pretty obvious. You just click on promote your page, and then you select a custom audience, and you just say, hey, like my page for daily updates, or you just provide a reason to like your page. Always start with the call to action saying like if, and then provide a really strong reason why someone should become your fan, okay? However, if you want to give your content more exposure, or if you want to sell a product or service, here's what 90% of all Facebook marketers do, especially if they want to give their content more exposure. They select this option here, send people to your website or increase conversions on your website. which you absolutely shouldn't do. What you should do instead of sending people straight to a blog post or to a video, what you should do instead is to make a post on your fan page. Just make a simple post on your fan page saying like, hey, here's a new article that we wrote on how to get 1,000 Twitter followers within 24 hours for free. Okay? Just sell the piece of content that you have to offer. And then what I want you to do is to select this option here, boost your post. So you're basically giving that Facebook post that you made more exposure. Now, why do I say use this option here and not this here, send people to your website? If you select the campaign objective, send people to your website, and you just drive traffic straight to your blog post, you're asking Facebook users to leave instantly. And this is something that Facebook wants to avoid. Mark Zuckerberg will punish you because he will pay more for your ads. Facebook is earning money if people click on their ads, and so they want their users to stay as long as possible on their platform. But if you're the one, the advertiser, who's asking a user to leave instantly just the second he logged into Facebook, guess what? You will just have to pay more for your ads. So you'll just pay more money for basically the same amount or just less results. What you should do instead is to make a post and then just to promote that post. So once you made a post, you published it on your fan page by linking to your content or your product or your services. I don't care what it is. Publish that post and then just select it here. Okay? Once you selected the post that you want to give more exposure to, click on continue. And then it's pretty simple. We talked about the locations and the age and the gender targeting, which you should just touch on, like, if you just want to get really, really specific. But what you should do, definitely what you have to do, is to select your custom audience here. So you just select the set of customers you want to target, and boom, you're done. If you just want to reach a specific set of your customers living, for example, in the United States or a specific city, or who are just like between 40 and 60 years old and just male or female, just go ahead and do it. But in 99% of the cases, all you have to do is to select your custom audience, the list of your customers or email subscribers you want to reach out to, and that's it. That's everything there is to it. Then you can just select your daily budget, get started with something like $4 or $5 and see how your ad is performing. Then you can still increase your budget. And once you're done, leave everything the way it is. So you've got the desktop newsfeed, mobile newsfeed, desktop right column placement here. I wouldn't touch any of that. Really, everything I would just do is to place the order. As we figured out before, you're getting so laser focused with this section here, with the custom audience. That's the highest degree of targeting you can actually accomplish on Facebook. And you can actually even specify it even more. But because if it's already so specific, you don't have to mess around with behaviors or interests or connections, okay? This is something I would virtually never touch. But hey, this is the route to go. Don't ask a Facebook user to leave Facebook. You will just pay more for your ads. What you should do instead, when you want to give your content more exposure or a specific product or service, make a post on your fan page and then just go ahead, get started with the ad creation process, select the campaign objective boost post, select the post that you want to send paid traffic to, then just include the custom audience that you want to target, specify it if it's really necessary, get started with $4 or $5, $10, $20, it's completely up to you, and then just place an order. It's really as simple as that, and that's basically really the best way to give your content more exposure and to drive more people to your products and services.